Yo, fellow girl gamers! They finally connected my psych ward to the internet, and this means that I'm going to talk about some video games. The production quality went up a little bit, all thanks to Starbucks cheap coffee. We're living like queens nowadays. Today I'm going to mostly rant about Apathy, Narukami, Gakuen, Titan, Toshi, whatnot. I found myself really disliking this game, like really disliking it. And let's start with the fact that Nintendo DS, our beloved game platform, has barely any horror games on it. Like actual horror games, we have Twilight Syndrome, which I've already got covered, Nanashi no Game, which is already a cult classic in horror games enthusiast circle, one weird simple DS game, Harigami ports to the DS, which include a few extras, but after all, it's a port from PlayStation to DS, not really the best way to enjoy this visual novel. And I don't know, maybe something else that's not worth mentioning? Yeah, this dirty, filthy Western games. Of course not. Like maybe they're popular among these real gamers. Yeah, real gamers that know better than us, grifters. But who cares? Who cares about all these Western games? Anyway, a little brief history. Apathy is a almost long-forgotten series of visual novels that started on Super Famicom and keeps struggling to be alive to this day. Instead of being reliant on the official big boy releases, the vast majority of the games in the series were released as indie soft doujinshi, while sometimes gracing console players with new releases. Gladly for us, PC kings, the Apathy series is partially available on the PC, with a few of the recent releases too. Apathy is also a rebranding of Gakko de Atakowai Hanashi, which translates as scary stories told at school, but it's not important. What's important is that the vast majority of these games in the series, they're almost all of them are Japanese only. Us English-speaking gamers left behind by these filthy Japanese, which is a shame, real shame. But one of the commercial releases was DS title Apathy Narukami Gakuen Toshi Densetsu Tantenkyoku. And was it worth it? Was it worth the revival on the consoles? Was it a good game after all? No, it sucked. It sucked so hard to be labeled as Kusoge, my personal favorite type of video games. But what is it exactly? I guess one could describe this as a cheap sound novel that has a few gimmicks that use touchscreen. I guess it's a perfect description of this awesome video game. And maybe the story here is something else, and I'll tell you that this is really something else. But why? I tell you this because it's unfinished. And that's a good way to induce apathy towards this game, don't you think? Of course not. Anyway, in a nutshell, the game follows a special protagonist that has a special eye that can see through lies, and he lives his special life in a foster family. A lot of people pry into his very special life, and he's just so done with everything that it makes him so special by anime standards. And he just wants to live his life apathetically. It's really nice, but eventually he is forced to go and do something with his very unusual life. And we kinda follow it, because chapter order is really out of place here. You can easily go from chapter 1 to 2 to 3 and of course to 15 and finally to 16. That's the exact order. I didn't skip anything. Yep. The story here is non-linear. Kinda. You just do this, follow alternate path, go here, but mostly end up in the same key chapter. Yeah. The game has like 17 main chapters, 4 additional ones, but to tell you the truth, if you'll get credits in the chapter 3, it won't be drastically different than seeing the story to the end, experience this game to the fullest, because most chapters happen in between the first one and second one, or the second one and the third one, so why really bother? And if you go and conquer them all, the end will be that when the game gets interesting, gets really engaging, you'll get nothing to be continued that never happened, even in doujinshi side games, really. And I think that's great, like really great. Apathy inducing, indeed. But what if you would like to see these characters again? Well, you can go read Apathy and Narukami spin-off fun games, I guess. I don't know. I'm kinda apathetic towards all of that. Well, I can say some good things about this game, like Symmetric Blue, the title song. It's a really nice song. I really love it. But the rest, the background music, it's well, it is what it is. Nothing great, but thanks for something. Gameplay is another fun thing about this game, about visual novel. It's kind of forces you to replace segments without being able to skip what you've just read. Huh? You either go big or nothing. My brothers and sisters, either go big and skip all the text, or suffer through reading what you read, unsure if you skipped something new. I think this is some really good stuff. But my favorite part about this game, about this really obscure game, that Japanese enthusiasts, when this real piece of art was released, declared that this is the Kusoge of the year. But here's the catch. The main writer of the whole series, he's on a whole another level of being genius. He released another game titled 48. And what he has done, he has made an even bigger piece of Kusoge that caused so-called 48 shock back in the days, which really changed the Kusoge world forever. I think this is great. This is beyond genius. This is Mega Mind tier act. Awesome, just awesome. I think that we all should hail Apathy.